It is okay to rest now. You have been through so much today, and nothing needs to be carried any further into the night. You do not need to stay alert. You do not need to hold everything together. God is already here. You can let the day loosen its grip. You can let your breathing slow. This moment is safe. There is nothing you need to do. Just listen and rest. Psalm 16. Preserve me, O God, for in thee do I put my trust. O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord, Thou art my Lord. My goodness extendeth not to thee, but to the saints that are in the earth, and to the excellent, in whom is all my delight. Their sorrows shall be multiplied, that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance, and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot. The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places. Yea, I have a goodly heritage. I will bless the Lord, who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. I have set the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. This psalm begins with trust. Not strong trust, not loud trust, but quiet trust. It says something very gentle, that God can preserve you, that you do not have to preserve yourself. It says that even at night, your heart can be instructed. Even now, while you rest, your body does not have to stay tense. Your flesh can rest in hope. Hope does not require effort. It simply rests in God's presence. Nothing is being taken from you tonight. Nothing is slipping away. God is maintaining your lot. You can let your shoulders soften. You can let the weight of the day settle. Psalm 3. Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. Many there be which say of my soul, There is no help for him in God. Selah. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of mine head. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. Selah. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Lord. Save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessing is upon thy people. Selah. This psalm understands pressure. It understands what it feels like to be surrounded, not only by people, but by thoughts, by worries, by memories that return at night. And still, this psalm says something simple. I laid me down and slept. Sleep is not weakness. It is trust. God sustains you while you sleep, not after, not before. but during. You do not need to stay awake to be protected. You do not need to watch the night. You can lay down now. You can rest. Psalm 4. Hear me when I call, O God of my righteousness. Thou hast enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me and hear my prayer. But know that the Lord hath set apart him that is godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call unto him. Stand in awe and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed, and be still. Selah. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness, and put your trust in the Lord. There be many that say, who will show us any good? Lord, lift thou up the light of thy countenance upon us. Thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than in the time that their corn and their wine increased. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep. For thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. This psalm gently gives you permission to be still on your bed, permission to stop thinking. It does not ask you to solve anything. It does not demand answers. It simply says to trust the Lord. Peace does not come from knowing what tomorrow holds. It comes from knowing who holds you. You can lay down in peace now. You can sleep. Safety does not disappear when your eyes close. God remains. Your breathing can slow even more. Your body can grow heavy. Your thoughts can drift without following them. You are safe. You are held. It is okay to rest. You are still safe here. Nothing has changed. Nothing is required of you. The night is allowed to be quiet. Your body is allowed to be still. God is not far away. You do not need to hold your thoughts tightly. You do not need to follow every feeling. You can let them pass slowly and gently. There is no hurry. There is no pressure, only rest. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This psalm moves slowly. It does not rush. It does not shout. It speaks of being led, not pushed, not dragged, led beside still waters. Still waters do not demand attention. They do not overwhelm. They calm the soul simply by being near. It says something very comforting. He maketh me to lie down. Rest is not something you must earn. It is something God gently gives. Even the valleys are not empty. Even the dark places are not lonely. for thou art with me. You are not walking this night alone. You are not resting alone. God is present in the quiet. Your soul can be restored without effort. You do not have to fix it. You do not have to understand it. Goodness and mercy are not chasing you loudly. They are following you gently. You can rest in that truth. Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. This psalm speaks of confidence, but not loud confidence, not forced bravery. It speaks of confidence that comes from closeness. It says God hides you, not exposes you, not leaves you uncovered, hidden in his presence, sheltered from the noise, protected from what you cannot control. It says one thing matters most: to dwell with the Lord, not to achieve, not to prove, but simply to remain. You do not need to prepare yourself for tomorrow tonight. You do not need to stand guard over your worries. God is already watching. God is already holding. You can let your thoughts slow now. You can let your body sink deeper into rest. There is nothing chasing you here, nothing waiting to harm you. Only quiet, only safety, only God's presence. You are allowed to stay here as long as you need. You are allowed to rest without fear. Your breathing can soften again. Your muscles can loosen. Your mind can drift without effort. You are still held. You are still safe. It is okay to rest. You are doing well. There is nothing you need to change, nothing you need to add. The night can hold you gently. Your body knows how to rest. God knows how to watch. You do not need to stay alert anymore. You do not need to listen for danger. You are not alone in the dark. Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. This psalm speaks directly to the night. It names the fears that come after dark, and then it gently takes their power away. It says you can dwell in God's presence, not visit briefly, but remain. It says you are covered, not exposed, not vulnerable, under his wings. That is not a place of effort. It is a place of closeness. You do not have to imagine angels watching. They are already there, keeping guard while you rest. You do not need to listen for every sound. You do not need to brace your body. The night does not belong to fear. It belongs to God. Psalm 121. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. This psalm says something very comforting. God does not sleep. That means you can. You do not have to stay awake to protect yourself. You do not have to watch the night. God is your keeper, watching without effort, watching without weariness. He preserves your soul. Even when your mind is quiet, even when your thoughts drift away, you are allowed to be fully still, fully relaxed, fully at rest. Psalm 34. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof, and be glad. I sought the Lord, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. This psalm reminds you that fear does not have the final word. It says, "The Lord is near," especially when hearts feel heavy, especially when spirits feel tired. You do not need to hide your weariness from God. You do not need to be strong tonight. The angels of the Lord are near, encamped around you. You are not unguarded. You are not forgotten. You can let your body soften even more now. Your breathing can become slow and easy. Your thoughts can quiet without effort. Nothing is required of you. Nothing needs to be solved. You are safe. You are watched over. It is okay to rest. You do not need to stay present anymore. You do not need to keep track of the words. If your thoughts begin to drift, that is okay. If sleep comes and goes, that is okay. Nothing will be lost. Nothing will be missed. God remains. Psalm 42. As the hart panteth after the water brooks, so panteth my soul after thee, O God. My soul thirsteth for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? My tears have been my meat day and night, while they continually say unto me, Where is thy God? When I remember these things, I pour out my soul in me. For I had gone with the multitude. I went with them to the house of God, with the voice of joy and praise, with a multitude that kept holy day. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted in me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise him for the help of his countenance. O my God, my soul is cast down within me. Therefore will I remember thee from the land of Jordan, and of the Hermonites, from the hill Mizar. Deep calleth unto deep at the noise of thy water spouts. All thy waves and thy billows are gone over me. Yet the Lord will command his loving kindness in the daytime, and in the night his song shall be with me, and my prayer unto the God of my life. This psalm understands deep tiredness, not the kind that sleep fixes right away, but the kind that settles into the soul. It does not pretend everything feels fine. It does not rush the pain away. It simply speaks honestly. Sometimes the soul feels heavy. Sometimes emotions rise and fall like waves. And still, the psalm says something gentle. In the night, God's song is with you. Even now, even here, you do not need to push the tiredness away. You do not need to feel joyful. You can let the soul be quiet. You can let the waves pass. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. Selah. There is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her, and that right early. The heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. Be still, and know that I am God. This psalm does not deny chaos. It names it clearly. But then it points to something steadier. God is a refuge, very present, not distant, not waiting for morning, present now. It says something very simple. Be still. Stillness is not something you must create. It is something you are allowed to enter. You do not need to hold the world together. You do not need to understand what is shaking. You can be still. God is God. That is enough. Psalm 62. Truly my soul waiteth upon God. From him cometh my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. My soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. In God is my salvation and my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in God. Trust in him at all times. Ye people, pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Selah. This psalm speaks slowly. It repeats gently. Because tired souls need reminders. It says, your soul can wait. Not anxiously, not tensely, but quietly. You do not need to hold yourself upright. You are already supported. God is your rock, your refuge. You can pour out what is left of your heart, even if there are no words. God understands silence. Your body can relax further now. Your breathing can become shallow and slow. Your thoughts can blur and soften. There is nothing more you need to carry. Nothing more you need to do. You are safe here. You are still held. It is okay to rest. There is no need to listen closely anymore. There is no need to stay with every word. If sleep comes now, let it come. If your thoughts drift away, let them drift. Nothing here requires effort. Nothing here asks for attention. God is still near. Psalm 63. O God, thou art my God. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsteth for thee. My flesh longeth for thee in a dry and thirsty land, where no water is, to see thy power and thy glory, so as I have seen thee in the sanctuary, because thy loving kindness is better than life. My lips shall praise thee. Thus will I bless thee while I live. I will lift up my hands in thy name. My soul shall be satisfied as with marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise thee with joyful lips. When I remember thee upon my bed, and meditate on thee in the night watches, because thou hast been my help, therefore in the shadow of thy wings will I rejoice. My soul followeth hard after thee, thy right hand upholdeth me. This psalm belongs to the quiet hours. It speaks of remembering God while lying on your bed, not striving, not searching, just remembering. It says your soul can be satisfied, even here, even now. God's loving kindness does not fade at night. His presence does not grow distant in the dark. His right hand is still holding you. You do not need to follow every thought anymore. You can let them slow. You can let them dissolve. Psalm 116. I love the Lord, because he hath heard my voice and my supplications. Because he hath inclined his ear unto me, therefore will I call upon him as long as I live. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the pains of hell get hold upon me. I found trouble and sorrow. Then called I upon the name of the Lord. O Lord, I beseech thee, deliver my soul. Gracious is the Lord, and righteous. Yea, our God is merciful. The Lord preserveth the simple. I was brought low, and he helped me. Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. For thou hast delivered my soul from death, mine eyes from tears, and my feet from falling. This psalm remembers pain, but it does not stay there. It moves gently toward rest. Return unto thy rest, O my soul. Not later, not once everything feels better. Now, you have carried enough. You have held enough. Your soul is allowed to return to rest. Psalm 131. Lord, my heart is not haughty, nor mine eyes lofty. Neither do I exercise myself in great matters, or in things too high for me. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself, as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child. Let Israel hope in the Lord from henceforth and forever. This psalm is very still. It does not explain. It does not argue. It simply rests, like a child who no longer cries, like a soul that has settled into safety. You do not need to solve anything tonight. You do not need to understand everything. Your soul can be quiet now. Psalm 127. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. This psalm releases you from effort. It says, you do not need to keep watch. You do not need to guard tomorrow. You do not need to stay awake for safety. God gives sleep. Sleep is a gift, and you are allowed to receive it. Psalm 139. O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest my downsitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. For there is not a word in my tongue, but lo, O Lord, thou knowest it altogether. Thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thine hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high. I cannot attain unto it. This psalm ends without effort. It reminds you that you are fully known. Every thought, every feeling, every quiet moment. And still, you are loved. You do not need to stay awake to be known. You do not need to stay alert to be held. God's hand is upon you, steady, gentle. Your breathing can become slow and easy now. Your body can sink into the bed. Your thoughts can fade into quiet. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to carry. You are safe. You are held. It is okay to rest. And when the night continues, when the quiet stretches on, it is still okay to rest now.